Hey guys, TC here from the Christian Gaming Channel, bringing a brand new episode of Super Mario 3D Land. It should be brand new, it's the first episode. Yeah, I'm fairly certain you guys were very eager to see this. I think it had the most votes, or the only votes. I'd have to go back and look at the poll. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this game. It's going to be interesting. It's the precursor to 3D World, so if the gameplay's good there, it'll be good here. The way I see it. Honestly, it's a real shame we could never play that beginning level that they show off. Anyways, I guess to start off with, we have running, we have ground pounding, and we have long jumping. And that's basically your only moveset. Now, the thing with this stage is it's just a bit of a tutorial for the 3D aspect, which sadly can't be viewed on YouTube or via emulation, obviously. But it's essential mechanic. Thankfully, they're at least willing to accommodate for that kind of stuff. Anyways, with all that, let's get going. Oops. And you can't see it on this screen because I have two separate windows, but I have all 5 stars for my own personal save file, which means I'm very well experienced with this game. But we don't need that. Not right now, anyways. It'll come in handy later. Anyways, let's start a new game. Choose a me. And there we go. Now we're rolling. And we have a terrible storm that's blowing all sorts of super leaves all over the place. I guess Bowser waited just for the right kind of weather. Those toads are very upset that the tree's been completely turned bald. Let's see. Got the mail, and it's a poster. Now, on actual 3DS, you can actually shake your 3DS and the whole picture will move, which I think is just kind of neat. But we can't do that here, sadly. But it looks like Peach has been captured. Again. Oh, here we go. Level 1-1. It's a shame these don't have actual names like 3D World did. Yeah, since I've explained all the movements already, let's just take a look in the background real quick. You can see that the super leaf tree is all the way over there, along with Peach's castle. Now, how Mario got to this point, I don't know, because this looks like a very high up place. Maybe just off screen on the bottom. There's a ladder or something, who knows. Anyways, let's get some coins and ground pounding cheat sheet. Or not. Let's just go down here. So there is a fish, but also a star medal. Now I'm going to try to collect the star medals I come across, but I'm not going to be too worried about not getting all of them. Purely because you only need so many to actually progress through the game, and the rest are just kind of extra for 100%. And since we already have a 100% save file, we don't really need to worry about that. Grab ourselves a 1-up and come up here. And stomp a Goomba. Hopefully the rust doesn't show itself too terribly. It's been a long time since I've actively played 3D Land. To be fair, it's also been a long time since I used my 3DS because it was broke for the longest time until I actually got it fixed not too long ago. I thank the Lord he's given me the skill set to actually fix these things, because it would probably be expensive to get something like that repaired nowadays. Okay, here's our first 3D puzzle. As you can see, Mario's behind this block, and that's because this block's all the way over there. But thankfully, I think if I just do this... No, I can't do that. Okay, just pop up. I can't jump off that wall? Really? Huh. Anyways, you can jump on this eye and it will show you where exactly that is located. They're really neat puzzles that only work on real hardware, which is a shame, honestly. But 3D screens never really took off that much for anything else outside of a 3DS, and how come I keep getting hit? Well, at least the game's kind enough to give me an extra mushroom. Apparently I'm just not used to the hitboxes quite yet. Yeah, I really enjoy this game. It's a fun game. Honestly, I think when it comes to 100% completion, I prefer this game to 3D World. Purely because you don't have to play as too many characters to completely finish the game. It's a lot easier for a single player experience, I suppose. Anyways, we have our Tanuki suit, which this is the first game that brought it into 3D. And it also is probably my least favorite implementation of the Tanuki suit. It's kind of the one thing I can say against this game. I don't like its Tanuki suit representation. I get why they didn't allow you to fly, because that would just absolutely break the 3D levels, but at the same time, it takes a lot of the fun out of that power-up for me. Oh, come on, Toad. What are you going to do? Are you going to make it? No, he did not. So you just tail whack the Goomba before they do. Oh, do it to me, I should say. And let's jump up here. And get ourselves another star coin. I have a very strong suspicion that the early game's going to have plenty of star coins collected. And I'll take that extra power up. I don't think you guys will ever need to see the bottom screen for this game because it's literally just a life counter and a star coin counter. Also tells you what stage you're on as well, but it's kind of irrelevant. And it also holds your power up, so it's got some stuff, but nothing important for the viewer. There we go. Level 1 done. Actually, I think this was the first 3DS game I ever had. I guess funny story about the first time I ever had a 3DS. Back when I was younger, you know, I had a Game Boy Advance. And with that system, you have to completely power off the system and insert a different cartridge if you wanted to swap your games. And I was so used to that system at the time that when I got a 3DS, I kept powering it off and putting a different cartridge in because that's just what I was used to. It was the longest time before I realized you didn't have to do that. You could just swap out the game just like you would a regular console, which also I wasn't quite used to at the time either because if any of you know what growing up on the PlayStation 2 is like, yeah, you have to power off your console and you have to change the disc and hope that game's save data is on the right memory card. Because otherwise, you're going to have to go digging around in your memory cards that you were given. Which can be quite an exercise in frustration. Anyways, getting back to this game now. 1-2. You know, typical 1-2. That was weird. I didn't know you could wall bonk on that lip of the screw. Crush some... nope. Toast some Goombas. No longer am I going to get hit by the Goomba. I'll just snipe him instead. And get some extra points. Get our checkpoint and activate a nice little coin thing. These are interesting. They don't do much. You do get applause for it though, which is always awesome. Pop this guy, and time for a bit of a one-up trick. Never mind. Okay, time for the... you can't press select to get the item. Time for the, okay, forget it. Just get the star and go. I want to do the one-up trick, but no, can't have that. Okay, grab some more extra time and get our star coin. At least we got some one-ups out of that. Thankfully, this game allows you to, keep your... not your save data. Obviously, it lets you do that, but it lets you keep your lives. Oh, I accidentally lit the torch. Whoops. Let's see, get this, and I'll show off a quick secret exit. You can go up here and go down into this pipe to access, I think, World 2? So that's a nice little callback to Super Mario Bros. 1, but we don't need that right now. This is going to be a fairly complete playthrough. Nothing over here, and no, jeez. There's nothing down there, I can tell you that, except a pit of despair. And hop up here and grab ourselves. I was hoping for a one-up. I overshot. Okay, time for a question block, and I think we'll have space enough for one more level. Welcome to the mystery box. Clear the room and get the item before time runs out. You might even find a star coin. The clock is ticking. Don't need you, don't want you, I don't care about the fire flower. Already have one in reserve. Back when the 3DS was actually an active thing with Nintendo, you used to be able to get mystery boxes from people who passed by you if you had your 3DS turned on. It was really cool. You were also able to compete for different times as well, which I thought was really awesome. Definitely encouraged speedrunning for anyone who is competitive. So, somebody like me, effectively. And wait for it, now. Grab those 2 coins so that doesn't go to waste, and we're going to head back quick. Going to take a look up here. And snoop around a little bit. Huh. Sometimes there's a UFO that's just flying around. I guess today's not that day. What you have for me, Toad? Star coin that is going to fall right over there. Nice. And what do we get? Star. Well, time to take out some enemies real quick. Actually, I think this is the Bitty Bud's debut game. It's kind of interesting. Deal with this first. Is it gonna be... Nope. A whole bunch of coins. I think this thing could go for an indefinite amount of time. Let's see. Hop up here, ground pound, and grab ourselves a star coin. Okay, Bitty Bud, you can exist. I don't care too much. Grabs ourselves another flag, and just take out that guy before he takes us out. Now, the way I typically play this game, or even Super Mario World for that instance, I usually keep a single feather on me, or in this case a super leaf, and a projectile. So right now it'll be the fire flower, later on it could be a different projectile powered up. Point standing is that I try and keep balanced item set with me at all times for whatever situation I need, instead of constantly stocking up on one thing. Also, the bonus area, sometimes these can have star coins. Not all the time. If I'm correct anyways. I could be entirely wrong. Oh, I was right. Sweet. Red stuff. There's a red ring over there which allows you to collect red coins, but we don't really care about that right now. It's just an extra power-up, and I don't need that. So let's just pass on and see if we can make a long jump from here. And land down there, hopefully. And gold flag? Gold flag. There we go. That's a good way to end off the episode. I'm going to try and do half a world as best as I can per episode. That way the video files aren't too long. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of Super Mario 3D Land, and remember, Christ is King and Jesus loves you. Bye.